Hey guys, we are back with another episode of Budget Team. This time we're going to be utilizing the Team Wheel Synergy. I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch of different lineups that you can have if you solely want that synergy. And I'm going to build two different teams for you guys that pretty much try to get you the fastest players possible on the ice. After that, you guys can just upgrade whoever you want with whomever you want based on how much money you have. The first thing that I want to mention is the Draft Champions collectible cards give you the Team Wheel synergies practically for free. If you get Draft Champions Emery, he gives 2 Team Wheel. If you get Draft Champions Grossman, he gives another 2 Team Wheel. And then you can also add in the coach, Fiddler. He just shows up right there, just sneaky, out of nowhere, gotcha bitch type of thing going on there. And that gives you 7 out of 8 of the points you need for Team Wheel. And then you just can grab the cheapest Team Wheel guy and just plug him in somewhere or whatever price that you can afford. So as I'm going through all these lineups, I'm not going to mention Draft Champions ever again, I think. And you can plug in these guys wherever you want to fit the synergy if you have any of the cards. But I highly recommend you at least go for Grossman. He's a great defenseman who gives the Team Wheel synergy. So I'm going to get rid of them, and we're going to keep Fiddler, because Fiddler's awesome for all these builds. So we're going to start off with the cheapest team that you can make with Team Wheel that incorporates the fastest players that you can possibly get. So your Team Wheel guys are going to be a group of 2 goalies. It's going to be Talbot first. People have said good things about Talbot, so we can use him even though he's an 85. And Halak's the other one. You're going to be running with 2 base gold goaltenders. The other guys that give you synergy, one of them is a defenseman in Brian Campbell. He's pretty fast too for a base card, 83 overall. He's only a common gold card, but if you look at his stats, 87, 87, 87, that's pretty decent for a defender. So we'll keep him there. And then on your 4th line, you guys are going to have Nieto as a right wing. Then on this side, you're going to have Lindholm, who's another common card. Not Hampus, but Elias. So these guys, as you can see, they're all common cards. This Nieto with the Team Wheel activated has 91s for speed. Same with Lindholm. So it's pretty good. Now everyone else, we're going to choose, other than defensemen, we're going to choose the fastest players. But we're actually going to start with defensemen because we're going to use the defensive squad that I have in the other video. And that is going to be Doogie. Going to have Ekblad, and these guys are going to give you your tape-to-tape synergy so that you have better passes. And you don't really need like the fastest players for defense. These guys are fast enough, and they're big enough so that they can play, I guess, good enough defense for you. And Yandle's the last guy. So it's going to make 5 out of the 6 tape-to-tape synergies. So then the last person to finish off this tape-to-tape synergy is going to be Rantanen from the Colorado Avalanche. He's the only forward with this synergy. So we're going to plug him in as a center. He's got 72 faceoffs, pretty bad, but he's also really fast and pretty decent at shooting. So it's still a good addition to your squad, but it's on your 4th line. Everyone else is going to be speedsters or players who are faster than, I guess, the speedsters that you can buy for this price. We're going to start off with Hagelin. Over here we have Cogliano. And then we're going to have Tyler Johnson, who is not a speedster, but has pretty good stats and can shoot really well. On the right, we got Gaborik. Then we have Nyquist, who's also not a speedster. And then Boedker. As for your centers are kind of tricky. You want fast ones, but they also kind of need to win you some faceoffs, or at least be good enough on the faceoff dot. The top one isn't a speedster, but is the fastest guy that you can buy. That's Konecny. He's an 84 common player from Philly. His face-off rating's an 82. It's okay, but 98 with Team Wheel is pretty impressive compared to someone like Hagelin, well, I guess it's the same. But that's good, because Hagelin's a speedster, Konecny's not. And he's also got a good shot. The next two are speedsters, but I don't know if I'd really consider them speedsters. It's going to be Marleau, who with all the synergies has 95 acceleration and speed, and then Little is going to be your last little guy here. And that is your team. That is the cheapest team that you can build full of the fastest players possible. You got the team wheel synergy, you got the tape-to-tape synergy for passing, speedster of course, and then these two synergies are kind of just floating out in the open just because Tyjo's a dirty dangler and Konecny and Nyquist are passing playmakers. I wouldn't recommend getting rid of Talbot for your favorite goalie in this case because all the other players with team wheel are much slower than these guys. And I feel like they would not be effective at all. They'll be a liability every time they're on the ice. That's why you should have a squad like this instead and just work with Talbot for now. Okay, now the more expensive team that utilizes team wheel and the fastest players possible, they'll probably also have speedster activated, is going to be this one. These are the players that you're going to use from the old build, but you're welcome to upgrade them if you want, or if they're underperforming, whatever. So, for example, the defenseman here, you could probably have Letang on the left, Shattenkirk on the right, you could have Duncan Keith, and I can't remember anyone else who has tape-to-tape right now. As for your goalies, now if you want to upgrade them, you can. From Talbot, you can get a Team of the Week Murray or Jones, who also have team wheel, and they're pretty decent. Jones has been touted as a pretty good card, as I told you guys. Or if you want to get a goalie of your own, you can get rid of both of these guys and go with International Player of the Game Hart, who has 2 team wheel, but he goes for about 30,000, so that's why I'm not sure if you want to spend that much. I personally would. Pretty good. He also gives the cycle game and shot blocker, which we don't care about, bonus. Just for this example, I'm just going to keep the base goalies because they work. There you go. So these guys are your tape-to-tape guys, and Konecny is just fast. That's why we kept him. All these players that I'm going to mention to you guys go for under 40k, but if there's a low supply of them, they'll probably go for a little bit higher. Most of them you can buy for maybe about 10k. First thing we're going to do with this new squad is finish off the team wheel synergy, which now we need 3 points. The first man who will give us that synergy is the most expensive one out of this whole bunch, and that's Milestone Cogliano. You guys remember Cogliano? We just had him down here, but he was a base card, or maybe he was somewhere around here. He was a base card. Well, now he's a milestone. He gets a +2 bonus and everything. Super fast. He also has Relentless Forecheck, which will also activate. Other than him, we have Milestone Ott, who isn't as fast as everyone else on this team, but he has the team wheel bonus, and he's a great face-off person with 89 face-off stat. Then the last person for team wheel is going to be another International Player of the Game guy. Also happens to be the third Jones that we're talking about, and that is Caleb Jones. This fast guy has the team wheel synergy, and, well, he's really fast and has great shooting, 98 power. Not as accurate, so you got to watch out for this D-to-D one-timers, might not be as great. He's also pretty good at defense, so we'll keep him as a defender. Better than whoever else I had over here. So there's your team wheel, guys. The next thing that we want to do is finish off the tape-to-tape synergy for the bonus, and that's easier said than done because I cannot remember who the hell had tape-to-tape. So I'm just going to throw out a bunch of names, and hopefully they fit the synergy. The rest of these guys are going to be really fast. I think this guy's name is Speers, Brittany Speers, Blake Speers, close enough. Gonna have Stevens, and down here is gonna be Balcers. So These are all going to be international player of the game guys mostly. As I mentioned in my other video where you have to buy them, well, now I'm going to force you to buy them with this build. Really fast players. In this case, he has the tape-to-tape synergy, but we're not really going to utilize any of his other synergies. They're fast, they're good, great. And I already put him in such a way where they'll be best, I guess, in this position. So this guy's a center, but I don't think he has great face-off stats. He's got 82. Okay, that's fine, but we could probably find someone better in the other players. They're also all going to be righties, I believe, other than Cogliano, who's just going to be there for breakaways, so it'll help you get one-timers a little bit more. This guy's also a lefty. But there's mostly lefties coming out of these international player of the game cards. So then over here we have True. Couture. Oh god, True. Yeah, you're True. We got this guy, Philip. Got Juolevi. And then your centers are going to be the ones with the best face-off stats. Palmu, who is a right wing, and Raddysh, who I think is a left wing, right? No, he's also a right wing. So they have 87 and I guess, no, it's just Konecny. And 85 as their face-off stats. And if we look at our team synergies, I filled out a lot of different ones. Relentless forecheck has been activated. We got more acceleration, stick checking, body checking, and we're missing like tape to tape and like something else around here. So let's see what else we can put in here. The left defenseman here is going to be Gauthier. Last international player of the game card we're going to add, I promise. And then these last two spots are kind of interesting. So what I want to do with these two spots is fill out a synergy. Defensively responsible is 3 out of 4, so I figured that would be best. But if you want, I guess you can try going for a different synergy. And I couldn't really find someone that was fast and big for you guys, other than Ryan Kesler, who is a center. Weird. But I think he'll be pretty decent on defense. Let me know how that works out. Especially since he's defensively responsible. If you look at his stats with all of these synergies, he's got 95 acceleration, 90 agility, 96 speed. I think he'll be good. I think you guys will like him there. And then the last person is a person of your choice, but if you want me to give you a recommendation, I'd go with Team of the Week Gaborik, who's an upgrade from the other Gaborik. He's going to be shooting left, and he's got 97 acceleration and speed with all these synergies. He's got a good shot, as you guys know, and fits the relentless forecheck synergy. Other players you could probably add are like Neil Yakupov, Team of the Week, just any kind of special edition card that is fast. And that's really it. You could have a speedster, relentless forecheck, anything of that nature, or you can replace these two guys with I don't know, someone else. Whoever you want. So that is going to be this build. These guys are just going to fly over the ice however the hell you want. They'll do whatever you want, get you multiple breakaways a game most likely. But if you guys want to upgrade and get the most expensive guys for the job, well, let me tell you who you could possibly add. On my team, I have Linden, who gives you the team wheel bonus. And he gives actually 2 of these. So you can get rid of someone else who gives the team wheel bonus in favor of whoever you want. I also have Sullivan on my team. Hero. Fast player. Also going to be like hitting the hundreds pretty much with his skating with all of these synergies. He goes for about 200,000. As a defenseman, you can have Murphy replacing Hamilton, for instance. He's really fast. I like him there. You can have, he goes for 200,000. You can have Movember McDavid, who at this time goes for about 400,000. He's 91 overall. He's really fast. You can also have Milestone Modano, who I always tout as a great player to have, I guess, on the ice in the game for 200,000, giving you cyclical game as well. Someone who I have on my team is Christmas Versteeg, player of the game. He's fast. And then Bure is another person that you guys can add any addition, pretty much, as long as you're replacing these people with other people who have the same synergy, you guys will be fine. And that right there is your team wheel teams.